Just yesterday in the Ask Me Anything episode, I said that fingers crossed we get a couple of trades between now and the deadline that come out of nowhere that nobody expects, because those are always the best ones. And man, did we ever just get one of those, and it's involving the Red Wings, and as a Wings fan, I have no idea how to feel about this. So the Vancouver Canucks have acquired defenseman Filip Hronek and a 2023 fourth round pick from the Wings in exchange for New York's 2023 first, the Islanders that is. That is the first rounder Vancouver received in the Bo Horvat trade. It's top 12 protected, and along with that first, the Red Wings acquire Vancouver's 2023 second. So before I give you guys my whole spiel on how I feel about this as a Red Wings fan from the point of view of the Red Wings, let's talk about this deal for the Vancouver Canucks. Let's talk about the player that they are getting in Filip Hronek. Filip Hronek is a 25-year-old right shot defenseman, has a cap hit of $4.4 million, and is signed at that number through next season. Upon expiry, he will be in RFA. This season has far and away been Filip Hronek's best in the NHL. He's got 38 points in 60 games, which is tied for a career high which he set last season, and is also tied for second on the Red Wings in scoring. The only Red Wing with more points than Filip Hronek up until this point in the season is Dylan Larkin. Throughout his career, I would say Filip Hronek has mostly just been an all-offense defenseman and at times kind of a defensive liability. However, this season his complete game has taken massive strides, so much so that I would even call him a two-way defenseman at this point. He's got a fantastic shot. I think this is a defenseman capable of scoring 15 goals in a season. He can run a team's power play. Obviously, Vancouver has Quinn Hughes, who is always going to be running that top power play unit, but without a doubt, I think Hronek runs that second unit now. Jim Rutherford seems to be sticking to his word. He said that he wants to acquire younger NHL players who are NHL ready, players that can help the Vancouver Canucks win now and also be a part of the future. Filip Hronek fits that bill perfectly. I do feel like giving up a first and a second for a team like Vancouver in their current situation is a lot, but Jim Rutherford seems to have a plan, and it looks like he's definitely sticking to it. So now let's shift focus and talk a little bit about this deal from the point of view of the Red Wings. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I really have no idea how to feel about this. I think a first and a second is really good value for Filip Hronek, and it's the Islanders pick as well. I don't really have all that much confidence in them making a deep playoff run if they even make the playoffs. And obviously the Vancouver Canucks are going to finish close to the bottom of the standings, so that's going to be a pretty early second round pick as well. That is good value. My whole thing is I just really don't know why Steve Yzerman decided to trade Filip Hronek. Like I said, he's having the best season of his career. He's really finally coming into his own and breaking out. He's only 25, fits the Red Wings timeline. He's cost controlled. The only thing I can really think of is Steve Yzerman feels like this breakout season from Filip Hronek may be an outlier, and he's not going to be able to replicate this success, and this isn't actually how good of a player Hronek is. It's also hard not to wonder if Steve Yzerman has a plan to flip these draft picks in a package for somebody maybe like Jakob Chychrun. This trade now leaves a massive hole on the Red Wings' right side. You have Moritz Seider, but behind him, it's pretty thin. The third pairing right D spot has been a glaring weakness for the Red Wings this season, and now one of those guys are going to have to jump up into the top four. Really surprised by this trade. It definitely caught me off guard. Basically, where I'm at is I like the return. I think it's good value. It's just I'm a little bit confused as to why Steve Yzerman decided to trade Hronek at this point in the rebuild. So that is basically all I have to say on the Filip Hronek trade at this point. I'm really interested to hear your guys' thoughts, especially if you're a Vancouver Canucks fan. Get down there in the comments. Let me know how you feel about this deal. Before I finish off the video, I do want to quickly give you guys my thoughts on another trade that took place, this one between the Hurricanes and the Arizona Coyotes. The Carolina Hurricanes have acquired defenseman Shane Gostisbehere in exchange for a 2026 third round pick. Shane Gostisbehere is a 29-year-old left shot defenseman, a UFA at season's end, and since becoming a member of the Arizona Coyotes last season, he's played pretty well for them in a big role, eating top pairing minutes. He's always been a good offensive defenseman, has scored 10 plus goals in a season 4 times, including already this year. Good puck mover. Obviously, the knock on Gostisbehere throughout his career up until this point has been his defensive ability, but I feel like a team like the Carolina Hurricanes is perfect for a guy like Gostisbehere. They're going to be able to shelter his minutes at 5-on-5 beautifully with all the other great defensemen that they have. So I think this is a good pickup for the Hurricanes, especially considering they only had to give up a third round pick, a much cheaper option than somebody like Jakob Chychrun, who they were rumored to be in on. I feel like adding a left shot defenseman in Gostisbehere probably takes them out of the Chychrun sweepstakes. So that is going to wrap up this video, giving you guys my thoughts on the trade that sent Filip Hronek to the Vancouver Canucks and the trade that sent Shane Gostisbehere to Carolina. Once again, as always, I'm really interested to hear your guys' thoughts on both of these trades, but especially the Vancouver-Detroit one. So be sure to get down there in the comments section down below. Let me know how you guys are feeling. If you guys enjoyed this video and you're excited for more trade breakdowns leading up to the deadline, then be sure to leave this video a like. And lastly, if this was your first time checking out the channel and you want more NHL content just like this all year long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you all soon.